welcome back to another ARCHICAD speed modeling quick coffee tip. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and join the ASM TechBase email list for newsletters and future updates. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create this cool outdoor design chair, and we will be using quite a lot of the shell tool. So let's get into it. At the start, I set up the file with a very simple chair design. I took this from the object library, ARCHICAD, slab, and I do have a section and another section. And in 2D, there we go, we just got that chair. So that's the setup to start modeling this outdoor chair design. First step is for me to do one of the sort of the rounder columns, smaller columns we need. So I do this actually, we could use the column tool, but the problem is we can't really then I gotta tilt them, and that doesn't work very well with the column tool in the sections. So I use the shell tool for this. Go to the option here, revolve around, and we take the construction method. At the start, I just draw. You can't draw, by the way, in the section. Hang on a second. It doesn't work, so we have to start drawing on the floor plan. So I just start drawing here. It doesn't matter the length much at the moment, so let's make it roughly there. Click, and I like, because it's revolving around, let's make X 15 plus. What that means, if I zoom in now, I've got 15 millimeter, and because it's revolve around, we will have 30 millimeter. There you go. So you click there again. See, it's revolving around now. 360, of course. There we go. Now this is just, you gotta flip, the construction line. Let's flip it, and you gotta make sure this is 15. Right. Let's have a look in 3D. There you go. So that's pretty much sort of as a round first column. Great. So I move this now over here, and we turn this around, just rotate it that way, and now you can see this is section 1, so I'm going to section 1. Okay, as you can see now, we can take this column and I can rotate this to give me whatever I want. So I start roughly to do an angle like this. Next bit is, this chair is a little bit low. I'll show you. If I go to the line here and we measure, I find this too low, so I want it at least at 450. Okay, so let's just go and do 450, and then we just take this chair and you drag it from around here up to 450. Great, don't need this anymore. Delete, and the next step is to draw a line along here. Do a polyline, there you go. And again, this is obviously just a rough design I'm doing now, and we go all the way up here and click again. So that's the design I want to do. Suspend groups, so I can round this up. Okay, so this is sort of the design I like to do for my outdoor chair. Great. Now if I move this over here, let's move it a little bit more. And this is obviously now a design phase. You see, this has to be extended now to maybe about there. So there's a couple of options. Sometimes in the section you can't actually grab the extension. See, this is just turning. So, this is not good. So what you have to do is we just select the chair and you select the column, and in 3D you have now the option here. Okay, it's better to move that, by the way, now, because I really need to see where it goes. Just move it there. Okay, great. So if I select this now, watch this, you can zoom in, and if you grab this line here and you click, you can go to there, and see this extends now. Again, because I'm just designing it roughly, I'm sort of going by. There we go. I actually quite like it that way. And I go back to my section. There you go, nicely extended. Now the next step is we can duplicate this, and I want to make sure in between we will have a distance of, again, roughly, let's just duplicate that there, so there's no distance in between at the moment, and we do maybe a distance of, let's make it 50. So you drag and you say y50 plus. There you go. Let's have a look in 3D. Okay, great. Next step is I like to produce the very bottom where they connected and staying on the ground. So let's go back to our ground floor we are, and we do the next shell. Same tool, zoom in a bit, and we just draw this. Again, this is roughly, I'm just making this up while I'm going. Maybe go there, go a bit up, close this, revolve around 360. Okay, and make this a bit more round. So you can select this now, and you can, with construction line, move around, or you can say, oh, let's just chamfer this by 10. There you go. This one, let's do this 20. Looking good. And if you're happy with this, again, we have to now go to our sections and we have to rotate this. I need the other section because this one has to be rotated the other way around. So go there, there, and let's move it down to there. All right, drag it into the middle. Okay, let's see what we got. There we go. So we got this, might be a bit long on the top. We will just have to cut this down a bit, not a problem. So you see I do a lot of drawing in the section now, which is quite nice and easy to do. So we move that over here, and let's just select those ones. Not sure if I get both, but let's have a look, and we drag this up a bit. What we got? Yeah, that's pretty good. And then I do a connection in between. Now this, I could use the beam tool with a round one, but that's not really a good idea, because then I have to create, you have to create profile, because we don't have round beams here. So I just keep going with my shell tool. So in between here, let's draw another one, shell. This is all good, and we just do another one. In this case, I should really go in here because I really want it from there to there. Let's make it 10 plus and go around 360. Always go the wrong way around. All right, have a look. Might be a bit big, isn't it? Oh yeah, not to worry. So you take this and you just make this smaller. See, there you go. Have a quick look again. It's a bit too small, so let's just, yeah, I think that's not bad. Okay, section again. Go over here. You see this one, and just roughly put this there. Okay. Now, if you need to see where this goes, you move this into the middle, and we have a look again in 3D. I think this is getting there. Okay, that's our sort of first leg, let's call it a leg. And you can see those ones, if you really want to extend them a bit, this one here, you just go back down here and you extend them in. So they will disappear inside the other columns. See, there's nice connection now. Now this one, again, we have to lower. We go there and move this down. Alright, that looks pretty good for our first, well, it's not the full leg, well, there, no, it's actually the first leg. Great. Okay, I got a feeling this needs a little, I just feel this needs to be a bit wider. Let's have a look if I can widen this a bit, this one here. As the next steps, the legs are pretty much just, you know, similar and repetitive. I speed this up for you a bit before we continue with the seed and the shade above. Okay, let's have a quick stop in between. As you can see, this doesn't connect very well. So also this, because this is long, it doesn't have a double column really. So we really have to make this a bit thicker because it will not hold up otherwise in real life. So let's stretch this out a bit. Have a quick look. Yeah, see, that's a bit thicker. I think that's better. And then down here we just sort of do the other way around. We will move this out and we have two of those. Okay, this looks good now, and you see I've just changed a couple of the colors to black, make it look a bit nicer. And let's just group all this. So go there and just deselect, and let's just group this. Okay, great. So that's all grouped. So we can now just simply copy this over, and you can just have a look. Well, how long should my seed be? Let's make it 2 meters. So we drag a copy from there to there, and we say y2000 plus. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, I think that will be quite nice. Great. Now, next step is, let's do the seed in between. All right, we keep using the shell tool for this because, again, I need to rotate the slats where I'm sitting on slightly in the section. So we go to our section here, and remember we did this polyline. So I copy this now and we paste this into our ground floor plan. Let's move it up here a bit. All right, zoom in, and we use the shell. This time you have to use this one here, and maybe let's just change the color a bit to some wood. Let's do this one for now. That'll do. Okay, so you just draw your first one. Remember, you have to be in this construction mode, and we draw the first one. Just make them 100 and hit enter. The length 2 meters. There you go. You can flip that if you like. Great. And now we try to go along here. You'll see already 100 is probably a bit much because it won't really. Well, let's give it a go. So we go in here, we distribute, and we try to pick the path, rotate along here, and let's just do 8 for now. Let's see what happens. See, that's our design a lot like this. We just have a look. So we pick the path first and go all the way up here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. They're a bit, it's a bit too big. So let's move this back to half, and we do this again. Okay, and the thickness, yeah, 20 is good. So you have a lot more slats, obviously, and we do like 12. Again, I'm just designing, and let's have a look from here to here. Let's have a quick look in 3D. I think that's quite nice. Yep, I keep it for now. Okay, if you feel like you have to adjust them, obviously, you just adjust them, so you can go like this and just say, oh, but I want to rotate that tiny bit like this. You know, the rotation is not perfect because they are obviously straight. So you go like this, maybe that one tiny bit too. Great, so select everything, we take out that line and you group this. Okay, so we take this and let's move it in front so I can see what's happening. There we go. So section 1, we should see this one. Oh, I need to turn it first. Section 2, there you go. So you rotate, move it a bit over here for now. We can extend them after, and we go to section 1. There we go, and you move them there. All right, let's have a look in 3D. Ah, starts looking good, eh? Now we can get rid of this chair. Don't need that anymore. See you later. Okay, great. Okay, great. Now they are a bit long because it's actually not too bad. You know what? Let's make them a bit less long. To do this, we just have to go into 2D here, suspend groups, use the marquee tool, and you can just sort of, you know, make them a bit less long. Great. So let's move this back. To have them in the middle here, just draw a line. I use that a lot. You go there, and then in the middle, obviously. See, if you go there, that's the middle. So let's just drag this there. Great, we can delete this again. Perfect. So we got now this, but it's obviously floating, and we have to make sure when we sit on it, it doesn't fall down. Great. So I will add now those columns here, the pipes columns there, and at the back, to make sure this is all working out. So I add now a column pipe at the front and at the back here. For this, I like to take one of those, suspend groups, and we just drag a copy, go to section, there we go, and we rotate this. So you might as well use the one we have, and then you just rotate them and move them into place, stretch them a bit, and that's it. There we go. So this one goes up here. Now we have to make sure that we connect this obviously, so for this purpose I drag this one. Go a bit closer, so we connect this here. You might have to connect a bit further. Look, again, this is obviously construction related. People that produce chairs like this, you have to work it out how you connect it. So I think I have to move this up, obviously there. Forgot about that. Yeah. Great. Now we copy one and we drag that to the other end. Just there for now. Okay, let's move this down. Before I continue more exact, I have to draw a band here which then supports this chair. What we do is we take one of those and we drag it up, because I want to then connect this here too. Okay, so we copy this, you know, select, 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 and we copy, and we paste this in again. There. All right, let's have a look. We do another shell, and we put this one on a different color just for fun. We put that on the other color I had, the black one. I think I call this iron. And we draw. Same one, yep, good. So we draw from here to here, and there we go. Got to make sure we have the right tool. Okay, so draw from here to there, just along here. No, I only want this 100. Okay, and we do this quite thin, like 5. It's a really strong band. We add there. We flip this around. And we go like this. There we go. And up here. I can see we really need to have that outside. So that means we will have to move it slightly, but that's okay. So we take this and move that out. Actually, you know what? I did the right thing. We just have to after make those columns smaller, or we do and make this a bit bigger. Okay, so flip it back, and what we have to do is let's move those ones. Let's drag this here. There, and take this one and we extend that for now. Let's have a look. There you go. Move in a bit. I just do it by eye for now. Alright, cool. There you go. So we can now, you know, move that after. So that's not bad. And let's do the same over here. So take this one and we drag that over. There we go. And extend them a bit bigger. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's good. That will work. And we take this band now and move that over here. Go to section 1 and turn that one. Section 2. There we go. And you rotate this. Move it up a bit. And we will see in a moment in section 1 where we are. There we go. So take this and we move that along. Oh, you saw I did not go all the way, but that's okay. You just extend. Oh no, actually, sorry, I thought we had to extend it there. That's my mistake. That's all good. Great. I can see what happens here. I really should have gone all the way out, but then I can't connect. So as you can see, I'm just sort of making this up while I'm doing this tutorial. So what we do is I have to take one of them out. Let's move this back in case I need this at a later stage. Okay, so we just have to unfortunately move this a little bit back to fit this in here, but that's okay. So let's just drag this there. Okay, that's cool. And we drag this one back too and just extend See, now you extend this after. So let's take this one, extend this there, and extend this there. Great. Cool, this one has to move obviously in there. And this one would have to move a little bit further, but that's all good. We can do this. Just go there. And we go there. Move that up. Great, looking much better now. And yes, I have to extend this a little bit now again. Just move that there. This one a little bit there. Great, and you move that down here. As you can see, that's looks good now, looks good. If you haven't wanted more accurate, you have to work that out. Okay, so this one here goes down here too. Let's have a look in 3D what we got for now. There you go. So you got this banding coming up. Perfect. You have to extend those pipes, columns, that's fine. And I like to have a band on either side. So let's move this one. And now let's move just the band first. About there. And then we just mirror copy from the middle here. Great. And now we take them and move them down all the way to there. Alright, how's that looking now? Yep, that's good. You can see I have to shorten this one a bit and this one. I can just drag this for now because we have to extend it on the other end anyway. This one goes about there. Yeah, that's good. Let me just finish this off before we do the slat roof. Okay, this is looking good now. It's all connected. Put some straight ones, sort of straight ones here. Connect all these so they can sit down now without any problems. All right, let's do the top roof, slat roof. Okay, so we start with this section 1 because I have to sort of roughly construct this now. Yeah, line will do. So I want to have just one sort of arc really. So just draw a line like this and we go from there. See, and you just sort of bend this a bit. So that's just, yeah, let's have a look if that would be something nice. So it protects from the sun a bit. You sit there with the sun, yeah, that's not bad actually. I quite like that. Maybe, you know, let's do it this way. I think that's pretty good. Actually, better check quickly and put a person there. I think this might has to move a little bit up so you know you don't hit your head when you sort of lean back. Alright. Alright, let's go and add a person. Go to the library, man sitting. Click it in. Let's rotate that one. Yeah, section, have a look. Where is he? Up there. And you just move that down. It just gives you a rough idea of the height, you know, when people sit down. Just roughly. So you can see if he leans back. Yeah, I think it's better we move that up a little bit. Yeah, alright, that'll do. I can get rid of him. Great, so for this exercise again, I copy because I want to use the shell tool again. So we copy this and we paste this in here. Let's go all the way up here. Okay, to hold the slats up in a moment, I have to build some sort of a rafter type element. I think that's best done with the morph. So let's take the morph element and we draw. Just go from here to here. Let's go down 40 and let's make this parallel. So this one, and we just close this off. Great, so take this and we make this round. There we go. Now you can see they're not very good, the segments, so if you've seen some other tutorials before, we can adjust this here. We go to modify segmentation and we just double the segments. There you go. If it's not smooth enough, do it one more time. Don't do it too often that you get too many, but I think one more time is fine. Double it again. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Great. So obviously this is just a flat piece. So we turn this around and move this over here. But before I do this, let's just do also some of the slats. For this I use the morph tool again. Let's just, use that tool like this. And let's rotate a little bit. Again, I just make this up as we go. And we drag this out there. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, that's a bit long, so let's make this shorter. Not as thick. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Now let's go into 3D with those ones because I really need to extend them a bit. There we go. Okay. So first extend that one. Just extrude that. So that's the, like I said before, the rafter type element. So I don't need this very thick. So let's make this, 60, make it 60. Okay, and this one is a slat that will go a lot further. Come on. Doesn't really want to do this. Maybe I can take this one. Didn't know that one. See, there you go. Okay, zoom in with this one. Yeah, that's the one I want. Make this different oak. I will do, and this one I make the other one. Let's make this iron again. Call it iron, but it's pretty much just like a black. Okay, great. So let's go back here, and then of course we just copy some along here. So we distribute maybe 15 and rotate to path. Yeah, let's see what happens. This one. There you go. All right, let's have a look. I think it looks pretty good. Let's just go and turn this. By the way, we should really group this one, and that's alone. Yeah, that's all good. So we go to section 2 over here, and we turn that one. Okay, let's have a look. Where are we in 3D? Woo, a bit high up. Yeah, it's getting there. So, section 1, obviously, because we need now to move this up. drag it over here. And we drag this there. Alright, let's have another look. Yeah, it's actually not bad. Great. Okay, let's move this one here. And I do find this a little bit thick, to be honest. So let's make this a bit less. Wrong one. Yeah, that looks much nicer, a bit thinner. And I move it into the middle. Great, just drag a copy. Nice, and we extend this one. Hang on, I want to have a quick look. If I measure roughly, we'll have roughly, yeah, 100, not bad. That was pretty good. Let's go all the way down here. Zoom in a bit. And you buy 100 minus. So this looks now the same. Oh, that was my mistake. It's I have to suspend groups, otherwise I won't stretch it. It'll just move it. So y 100 plus. That should be better. Oh, didn't do all of them because, yeah, I can't see them all. See, there you go, you always learn something. So now they're all selected because I did unsuspend. And what we do is we go to the morph and we say all stories, and let's see what happens. You should be able to see them all. But of course, they're higher up than the cut. I'll show you quickly. You have a cut here. There we go. So it depends what you see. I got it set on 150, so that's where it cuts off. So let's have a look if I got another floor. Go up. Yeah, there we go. I can see them all now. Show this as trace reference. And make sure you don't have the double marquee because I don't want anything else moved. There, suspend groups. And that should work now. Go there. Yeah, I have to do it again with 100 now. By 100. Alright, let's see how that looks. That looks good. As you can see, we're almost done here. And we have to connect those ones, which we just simply connect with some more columns. Okay, we're almost done. I think, in my personal opinion, I think those slots are a bit too far that way, so it's quite easy. You can go back here, you select them, suspend groups, keep one, delete, and I think it's better if we rotate it a little bit further at the start, and now we do and distribute them along. Okay, so let's do this. Just go maybe to there. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Okay, great. I hope you enjoyed this quick tip how to create this new cool design chair, and I'll see you back next time. Bye for now.